I'm Saddam. So, do you know why will be the next migration? To find out, you need to see this video. In this video, I'll be talking about climate, weather, impacts of the climate change, how climate change is affecting our society. So, in this video, I'll be providing the solution for climate change and how we can deal to climate change and what individually I have done for the community to work on the climate change. Climate change, a long-term change in the Earth's overall temperature and massive permanent ramifications. Human activities from pollution to overpopulation are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally the world around us. So who's responsible? The main cause is greenhouse effect gases in the atmosphere such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide and chloroform carbons let the sunlight in but keep some of the heat escaping like the wall house of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, something strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth's temperature. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate, while Earth temperature has been fluctuated in the past. For the Earth temperature has fluctuated in the past. In the past year, there was an increase of the Earth temperature by around 2 centigrade. Now 2 centigrade is a lot. Due to the 2 centigrade, the glaciers are melting, and due to the melting, the sea levels will be rise up. There will be more and more rains. More rains will bring more flooding. So it's a very serious thing. The climate change has many consequences. Consequences like consequences for our ocean, for our food, for our health, for our environment. If you remember, in Karachi in 2016, there was a major heat stroke. You can see a man is trying to cool down his head by cold water. A lot of people died in Karachi due to the heat stroke, which was caused, of course, due to the climate change. And one of the most thing about climate change, when there is more and more heat, the glaciers will melt, and the glaciers are being melting. This is the picture is from Antarctica and the Greenland. What will happen when the glaciers will melt? Of course, there will be rising sea levels and tsunamis will take place. Warmer temperature makes weather more extreme. This means not only major storm, heavy snowfall, but also more and more frequent droughts. These changes in weather poses challenges. For example, growing crops will be more difficult. The area where animal and plants can live, it will be shift. It you can see there is cultivation and how badly is affected by climate change. Due to the climate change, the water supplies will be diminished. It will be very hard to supply water from one part to another. Oh my God! You can see there was an hurricane in the Florida, U.S. Miami. The impacts of the climate change, the impacts of the hurricane. Now it's another hurricane in the Alaska. The impacts of the hurricanes, are so horrible. It costs around like 1.3 billion US dollars. You can see the cars, they are going through the hurricane. I hope they get safe to their houses or whatever they are going to do. Climate change also causes
The next
smog. You can see
migration
people
will
are
be due
wearing
to the climate change,
masks
as
in
you can
China,
see.
uh, to breathe because there is so smog, and smog contains ozone chemicals. And ozone chemicals, of course, they are very bad for your health. Due to the smog, there are various diseases like heart attack and lung disease. So it's never too late. We can do the right thing. How we can deal with the climate change? Here are the solutions. We should use the renewable energy. For example, we should use renewable energies instead of fossil fuels. Reduce, refuse, use, recycle is a basic phenomena to fight the climate change. We should reduce, refuse, and recycle the things which we are using. And of course, we should go to the renewable energy, not for the fossil fuels like petroleum, gasoline, or diesel. Instead, we should go on the electric cars, if we are going traveling. We should follow the old version of, for our daily life. For example, not to use the new equipment, new technological machines which consume a lot of energy. Individually and as a student, I have done something for climate change, and I am very proudful to do. I collaborated with a national volunteer program, and you can see behind me, uh, I collected the garbage from the Karachi beach, to clean the ecosystem of the environment. Also, I do provide sessions with my team on the climate change. For example, we give the sessions on how a student can, impact on the climate change. I also volunteered in the third international Karachi Water Conference, which was also for the climate change. Climate change is a serious issue, and I think every individual student should work on it. Also, I won a third prize, in my startup for the climate change. I hope we can win this battle.